Okay, so let's get started. But before we do anything else, one thing I would highly suggest you do is when you're in these stores, make sure the kiosks are turned on. Believe it or not, I've come across some of these kiosks that have been turned off, and mainly it's because these retailers, at the end of the day, before they close, they like to turn them off. And then the next day when they open up, sometimes they forget to turn them on. So make sure that they are turned on. Once they're turned on, the next thing I would check is to make sure that the kiosks are updated. Sometimes they don't get updated because maybe they have a poor Wi-Fi signal, or maybe the kiosk has been offline. So sometimes it just doesn't automatically update it. It's supposed to, but sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to show you how you can check to make sure it's updated and to update. So if you see it here on the upper left part of the screen, we're under Team Kansas logo. If you press and hold that for 10 seconds or so, it seems like an eternity. If you press and hold that, a next screen will pop up to show you how to do that. Okay, here we are. So obviously you can see that it's online. If it's offline, it will say offline. Last update was today, 2 hours ago. This is important to check because this is where it will tell you the last update. So if it's been a couple days, this will tell you that, and it's definitely you need to do a start update. Now, pending how long this has been offline, when you do an update progress, it could take up to a minute or plus because it's adding new product, or it could be deleting. But if it's been updated pretty quick, maybe a day before, sometimes it takes up to a couple seconds. So, and also the Wi-Fi signal can determine how long the update takes. Next is the default language. Obviously you can change the language to your kiosk. The basket timeout, you can turn that off and on. So if you don't want to do a basket, you can turn that off. And if you want to turn it on, you can determine how long you want those items to sit in that basket. For those customers maybe that are shopping, they've already picked out a living room set, so you can put it in the basket. Then they can go back and maybe they're continue to shop and look for more stuff. You can allow so many minutes to keep that product in that basket so they can take their time, pick out what other items, and then make that final purchase. Once you go to the basket, you can send that order. It will send it to the sales canner or to whoever the email that you have set up that does the order purchases. So, which is, I'll show you what that email looks like. And then finally, on the bottom of the screen, you'll see display model number and SKU. This is for those dealers, if you want to turn it off, this is for those dealers that don't like to show the customer the series numbers or their SKUs in fear of cross shopping, but God forbid, they do that because I think it's important you have that information, but you can turn that off and on if you'd like.